Hey everyone, welcome to the ImagineX Challenge. We're so excited to get started. And in this first video, we're going to help you give a little bit of what to expect in each one of the sessions and what you'll need, and also some of the values that are underpinning all of this. So we're going to begin right there. We see people bringing beauty, bringing belonging, and also burden sharing. In beauty, we're trying to make sure that no one is left uninspired. And with belonging, that no one is left out. And with burden sharing, that no one is left without. And next we want to look at who you're going to be blessing. It might be those who are closest to you in your own neighborhood. It might also be frontline workers, medical workers, grocery store attendants, those who are picking up your trash. And finally, it might be the most vulnerable in our city. They may not be near you, but who might be experiencing this in harder ways than you are. Each session should last about 45 minutes to an hour, and there's about 10 minutes of video that should give you some flexibility to make it longer or shorter than that, depending upon what your own needs are. And in each session, we're going to be looking at specifically how it affects your heart, your head, and your hands. First of all, your heart. What is it that moves you, that inspires you, and also looking inside and being introspective? Secondly, with our head. We're going to take some time in order to do some planning, to think critically about this. And finally, we're going to use our hands and our feet. We're going to get you off the couch and go do something. In each session, you'll play the video that's associated with it, then you'll pause and you'll do the reflection questions or exercise or challenge that's associated with it, hit play again, and repeat the whole process. Here's an overview of all of the sessions. In the first session, we're going to flood you with ideas that are going to inspire you and get you thinking about different ways in which you can engage and bless your neighbors and frontline workers. And in the second session, we're going to send you out to go and do something, anything, to get you off the couch and get unstuck. In the third session, we're going to look at how your unique passions intersect with the pains and problems of this pandemic. In the fourth session, we're going to help do some of the planning. How do we turn that passion into a real plan that you can bring out into the world? And in the fifth session, we're going to give you some feedback, you're going to share your ideas, and then we're going to commission you to go out and do it and bless all of your neighbors. Next, we're going to need you to gather your materials. The first thing you'll want to have on hand is a bunch of sticky notes, or if you have paper or some tape, that will work too. Second, if you have large pieces of paper that you can place all of your sticky notes on and cloud all of your different ideas, that will also be helpful. Third, you'll need a nice assortment of markers and pens. You'll want the ImagineX Challenge Manual. You can use that electronically, which is convenient that you can click on all the links, or you might want to print it off as an additional thing. And finally, you're going to want to gather your team. Get your families, friends, your youth group, whatever it is, you don't want to do this alone. Creative people are the ones who are always dreaming that another world is possible. They refuse to believe that pain and despair have to have the last words. Every person that's bringing significant change into this world has some kind of spiritual source to guide and nourish them. At YouthFront, we're no different. Our spiritual energy comes from the stories of Jesus, who launched a movement of people who shared the burdens of all of those the world considered unimportant, who created belonging across all racial, economic, and social lines, and who brought beauty, always hoping, always pointing towards a future where there was no more death, no more crying, and no more pain. So in each session, we're going to have a time when we're going to feed this spiritual imagination. In this, we're going to look at one of the most famous stories that Jesus ever talked about, which was the story of the Good Samaritan. And if you don't share our same spiritual sources, we think that you'll find something in this story that you do connect with. And if you don't, maybe use this time in order to reach back and think, what is it that nourishes you in order to imagine a new and different kind of world? Let's do this together. Let's make sure no one is left out. Let's bring blessing through beauty, through belonging, through the sharing of burdens all across our city. Let's remake this world together. We can't wait to see what stories you're beginning to write. See you in the first session.